Hello and welcome back to Cannabis Patient Reviews. My name's Alex Fraser. So today we're actually going to be reviewing the first thing we're ever going to review on Cannabis Patient Reviews. It's a vaporizer, it's quite a well-known one, and it's the Spirit by Storm. It's a lovely little unit. I'm going to bring it right up to the camera so you can have a good look at it all the way around there. These go for about £110. You can get them on vapefiend.co.uk. It's a great UK website for vaporizers if you're interested. It's a herbal vaporizer, but it also comes with some pads that you can put in, so you can use oils in it as well. Today I'm just going to be showing you how it works with herbs. I've actually left the pads at home. To be honest with you, I've not found it amazingly great with oil, and personally I prefer vaporizers that you just have pure vaporizers for oil and pure vaporizers for herb. And I find the main reason for that being it's just very fiddly to keep refilling herbal vaporizers, putting a pad in with herb and doing that. Although it does work, and it has been an absolute lifesaver at points when I've been out and about. I actually sent this vaporizer, I posted it to Australia. I was going out to Australia for a month. I knew I was going to need a vaporizer while I was out there, and I didn't want to spend more money on another vaporizer in Australia just to have to throw it away. It's difficult to travel with these things, especially if you've used them and they're full of cannabis resin. Usually recommend that you make sure that you have a clean vape when you travel if you're going to take one abroad with you, and that there's no illegal substances, even the residue inside them. So yeah, and it was a fantastic vaporizer. I took it all around Australia with me, and it really it was great. It really helped me out. It was very subtle. I love the size of the unit. It's so small, it fits in your pocket so nicely, and I love the mouthpiece flips back and forward really easily. So it's a really nice unit, and I really like the design on it. So we're just gonna bear with me while I fill up my vaporizer. It might be off screen 1 second. So I think the main thing to look for when you're thinking about vaporizing is, when are you going to use it? Is this something that you're going to have at home, in which case you might want to plug in vaporizer that might be more powerful, or is this something that you're going to have out and about? So ease of use is going to be one of the factors that we are going to rate this on all of our vaporizers, and that depends on sort of how you're going to be using it, whether you're going to be using it out and about, whether that's easy to just whip it out your pocket and have a puff on it, if you're using it as a portable vape, or like I say, just filling up a vape at home, waiting how long it's going to take to get hot. All of these are factors, especially when you're using for medicinal reasons. The speed at which it gets warm as well is obviously very important, because when you want to medicate, and you don't want to have to wait. So I mean, comparatively, for people who are smoking, we want it to be quicker than to roll that joint. Because it's going to mean that for medical patients who are using it for pain, who need that immediate release, they can straight away get their vape out. So I've actually turned it on. It's getting hot now. It's got a lovely little, you can see it on there, maybe a little coffee teacup icon flashing away. And we're waiting for that to get solid. So it's going up to 210 degrees, which is quite hot for herbs. I do like my herbal vaporizers to be quite warm. I find this just, as a pain patient, I want to get everything I can out of my herb, and I don't mind having a big hit with some deep clouds to make sure that I get the relief that I need. Some people who might be using for other symptoms might want a slightly milder hit, might want to take it slow. But for me personally, I want to make sure I can get as much cannabinoids in my system as quickly as possible to mitigate those symptoms. So there we go. That's about how long it takes to get hot. It's only a few seconds. That's great. I can feel it getting warm already. One of the things I always do with herbal vapes is I give it an extra 5-10 minutes. It says it's warm now, sorry, 10 seconds. It says it's warm now, but sometimes it's a bit of a lie, and they do take that extra bit of time just to make sure that the chamber inside is fully heated. Okay, let's give it a go. So immediately I'm getting little clouds, even with the tiniest of inhalations. I'm going to give it a real suck and see what happens. That's really nice. There's a lovely flavour there. It is high temp, so I am getting a little tickle on the back of the throat, which is exactly what I was looking for. It means I know it's working. I know I'm getting all those cannabinoids into my system. Coughing isn't necessarily a bad thing when you're consuming cannabis. Coughing actually opens up your capillaries in your lungs, which means you inhale and you take more in when you're actually inhaling. It's really tasty. I'm getting a lot of flavour out of it. I have tried vaporizers that taste better. I have tried vaporizers that are smoother, and I have tried vaporizers that have a slightly better draw as well. When I say draw, what I'm talking about is how easy it is to actually suck out of the pipe itself. We talk to patients who have difficulties with their lung capacity, so this sort of stuff is very important as well. You want it to be like a straw, so you're just sucking like you would liquid out of a drink. One of the other nice touches about this vaporizer is it auto turns off after so much time. So this is counting down from 5 minutes, and about 2 minutes and 16 left. So it gives you a time for how long you can use the vaporizer. Of course, if you don't get enough out of it in that time because you're nattering away on some podcast or some YouTube video, then obviously you can turn it back on and just keep going at it. So one of the main reasons I chose to review this first is it's incredibly good value for money. £110 is very good for a herbal vaporizer at the moment. There are some other great vapes, but they tend to go for about 130, 140, up all the way to about £300 of the very high-end herbal vaporizers. And that's what really sells this to me, is the fact that it is only £110. The fact that it is so beautifully small and efficient, you could fit it in your pocket, and the flavour is nice and it works. It's very quick to work. For someone who just wants a quick, cheap and easy herbal vaporizer, a first-time vape, something to get you off tobacco, to move you away from smoking, and just to be inhaling your herbs in a more healthy way, it's a fantastic starting point. If, however, you think vaporizing is something that you're definitely sold on, it's something you're going to go full out, and you're going to be doing for a long time, I might suggest something a bit more expensive, just for nicer flavour. And yeah, I don't know though, even saying that is a fantastic vaporizer. Considering, like I say, that it is very much a beginner's vape, it's a fantastic piece of kit, and I would absolutely recommend it to someone who wanted to move on to vaping their herbs. I suppose the other thing to say, as it's counting down the final seconds, hold on, let me just get this last. You can feel it's pretty much done now. Yeah, you're pretty much finishing off. The other thing that I want to really look at with these vaporizers is how easy it is to empty and clean. So you can see you get bits of herb stuck to the top, but it's easy just to brush that off. How easy is it to get the herb out? It's actually quite hot. The top there, just burnt myself on that, so do be careful. These devices do get hot. So that is, again, an immediate downside is if I don't have a poke or something around with me, my herbs are stuck in there now. Some vaporizers, it's very, very easy to get out. Perhaps it might be to do with how sticky the herb is. With a little bit of knock on my shin there, it has emptied and it is out, so there we go. So it's not that difficult at all really to clean. You can see it's a little bit murky on the inside. I have used it a fair bit over the past few days to give it a proper try. This isn't the first time I've used it. I want to give it a proper review so I know exactly how it works and how good it is. I use one of these batteries, so they're very easy to replace. You pop them in and out, and you can buy chargers to charge them separately, and it is otherwise a micro or mini USB in there as well, which is also great because so many of us have those chargers around. So yeah, I mean, all in all, I'd probably give it maybe a 7 or an 8 out of 10, considering the price you can get it for. I think it's very, very reasonable. Yeah, I'm really excited about reviewing some more vaporizers as well on this channel, and I'm really happy to have started with that. It's such a solid unit, it's such a great beginner's vaporizer, and yeah, that's the Spirit by Storm. Check it out if it's something you're interested in, and if you've got any recommendations for other vaporizers you'd like me to review, then do hit me up as well. If you've got a vaporizer you think is absolutely the best, then I want to know about it, and I want to come to you and we can review it together. That'd be great. Do get in touch. So at this point I should give you an email address. I'm going to set up an official one for the channel, but for the time being it's alexfrasermusic@gmail.com. So send me an email, let me know what you think of the channel, let me know if you've got any suggestions for content, and of course if you've got some vaporizer that you think is really, really the bee's knees, I want to review it, I want to sit down with you and have a vape. Maybe we can talk about how you use medical cannabis as well. So yeah, please, as always, subscribe, keep watching, stay tuned, peace and love, and see you very soon.